People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And I'm making goat's milk yogurt soap today. The goat's milk and yogurt are in the form of ice cubes. I took 5 ounces of water and added all my lye for the whole 80-pound batch to it and stirred it up, and I was waiting for it to get clear again. Instead, it became crystal-like. And you can still feel the heat coming off of here, so I'm thinking it's because of the lack of extra moisture. So, as soon as I know it's ready, I'm just going to go ahead and add my ice cubes, 1 or 2 at a time, and let it melt with the lye. And then add my oils, which are already at room temperature. And let those two combine to make me some goat's milk soap. Yeah, that's already starting to loosen up. But I found that rather interesting, so I thought I'd share it. See, now I have liquid in the container, and the ice cubes are breaking up and melting. But at least my instinct to go ahead and use the big metal pan, which is made out of stainless steel, was correct, because I was thinking, hey, less water, full batch of lye, this is going to get hot. So I didn't want to risk melting it, well, I didn't want to risk my little paint bucket, so I figured in case that wanted to melt or whatever. But yeah, let me go ahead and break some of these up. There's 2 great big chunks, and I have a total of 14 chunks I have to incorporate in here. Actually, 13, but 1 broken in half, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. That way I can scrape down the sides if necessary. And since I'm using yogurt and goat's milk, and I brought them up from the freezer in the bags, because I have bags of goat's milk, bags of yogurt that's frozen solid. I'm not sure which one I'm actually dealing with right now. All I know is what's going to happen when they're combined. And because this method still keeps it at 60 to 70 degrees, I don't have to worry about it burning, scorching, or turning orange in the final product. Wow, that broke up quickly. See that great big chunk that I had? That's all that now. So let's go ahead and add another one. Actually, I think I'm just going to go ahead and add all of these. That way it maintains the temperature as cold. And then just keep stirring until I have a liquid. In fact, all the ice cubes. Good. And then, just when it would, say, want to heat up, I would have already combined it or be on the way to combining it with the oils. The coconut oil in it is slightly solidified because, as you know, coconut oil becomes liquid at 76 degrees. And and it started out 70 something, and now it's closer to 55 degrees in the city of Cincinnati. And part of it solidified, and I went, hey, that means for sure and certain I will have room temperature soap. So I'm not worried about it. And since this will be unscented and uncolored, after I dissolve the lye, the only thing I have to do then is add the oils, get it to trace, pour it right on into my mold. And that's when it went to solid, was when I was lining the mold. It's the slab mold with the freezer paper. The way I was folding it, hold on. That way there's no cuts or anything. Totally smooth. No bubbles, no none of that. So this is ready. That's almost ready. There's a little speckle in here. What's that? There's no salt in this recipe. This recipe is simply the oils, the goat's milk, the yogurt, the teeniest amount of water you ever did hear of, which is why it did what it did. And then it's going to be traced and poured, and it's basically ready to go. It's a 5-pound batch, by the way. And I am very certain that this slab mold will hold a 5-pound batch. Might be all the way up to the top, but it'll hold it. Even though it says 64, because I've already tried it. When I made the Mommy, that was 60, no, that was 80. And I started to put 96 pounds in there, and I said, no, I don't want to just go overboard. But for the next batch of Mommy, it will be a 6-pound batch, so that way when I cut them in half the way you see me do the double slice, that makes every bar 3 ounces. So now all I have in here is a couple of scraggles of ice cubes. But I'll try to see if you can see this. It's yellow. It is not, it's not orange. It's not completely white, but it's not orange either. And now it's completely liquid. So I dare say it's ready. The little teeny pieces that we have here are from the milk, from the goat's milk, and from the yogurt. I use Oikos yogurt, which means it has one ingredient, milk. So that's what we're doing today. And because of the way I'm doing this, I'll be using that paper very, very soon. Add this little bit of leftover lye that got stuck on the spoon. We want all of this in there. And a lot of people ask me interesting questions like, if you're soaping cold, why do you still have on your gloves and your, goggles and your mask, so forth and so on? Just like hot process soap, even though once it's, emulsified and all that and heated up, it's actually safe to take off the gloves. You don't have to worry about the fumes and all that. Still safety first. I mean, hello, what if there's a splash? So, let me get my oils. Hold on. You hate when you find debris in your oil. Look like that. I'm just going to pour this on in. And that's another reason to have on gloves. I mean, that big old piece of coconut oil that's solid on the bottom, what that splash right in the face, and with that splash came some of the lye. That would not be fun for me. That would not be fun for anybody. And usually when I make oats milk soap, any milk soap, doesn't matter how safe I play it, I'm still going to go downstairs, take a shower, put some vinegar in my hair and on my skin, so forth and so on, because milk has the propensity to heat up and be dangerous, as you saw. Okay. Especially when you have an oil like coconut that wants to just do its own thing. And if it wants to do its own thing, that's fine. Let me get out the way. Now the coconut is starting to become liquid. And at that point, it's time to hit it with the stick blender. Just a few more stirs. Because we don't want patches, big chunks of unsaponified coconut oil. So the few that I see left, I'm smishing against the side of the pot. And then when it's time to scrape it down, it can all blend in then. Now, take it out the stick blender and get it out of the way. And I hate when the cord is in the reverse way that I need it. Quicker, and the time batch in stainless steel, it'll allow me to pour it because this is actually lighter than the great big pot over there that's made of plastic. Which is a perk for stainless steel. Okay, that's starting to solidify on the edges. So let me take it down to the rest of the batch. That way it can get incorporated. Because whatever doesn't get incorporated now is not going to be part of the batch. Like if there's, you know, even a little bit of those lye crystals or whatever, that will not be included in the batch. But this is a remake of my yogurt. It's just got a little bit of water in it this time, and the water, just like with everything else during the cure, will evaporate completely out. But it's still going to have a longer cure time because this is a what's going on? I got another one. matching trace. Like I said, that was faster, wasn't it? And as you can tell, it's yellow. White or yellow for goat's milk is excellent, because if goat's milk and yogurt soap burn, it will turn bright, ugly orange or a dark tan. Most people are used to the tan, and that's fine. So people go, how do you get your goat's milk that color? That's easy. This is literally code. By the time it heats up, it will be insulated in this mode with a top. Hopefully, in gel phase, it will not turn all the same color. And everybody says, oh, you don't supposed to gel milk soap. I'll let you on secret. All soap will gel. You cannot do anything to stop gel. You can refrigerate it, you can freeze it, it will still gel. Much slower, but it'll do it. But make sure you cannot let soap hit the gel. So that means you will have to do, every part of the size, the conversation process. But what you can do is minimize how it gels. Like I'll put the top on the mold and the lid and all that, but I'm not going to put a blanket on top of it right after and force gel to make it hotter, because that's simply not needed with a milk soap. Isn't that a pretty color? Nice. Not quite the trace yet. Oh, wow. The lie's working, though. It has that lovely ammonia smell that milk soap is known for. The moment lye hits it, it starts to ponify. It smells like ammonia. That goes away within the first week of curing, but still, you know you did it right when you smell that smell. I forgot what I was looking for. There we go. This is going to be the cover for the slab mode. I already have one ready, then of course I don't have to go fold one. And trace just that thick. And then of course, as you just see me do it, I only added the ice cubes, I only added the oil, I've added no color, I've added no scent. But somebody's going to say, did you use titanium dioxide with that white color? Okay, it's trace. Look how thick. Now, make sure it's a thorough trace. Now, let's scrape it all on in there. Oh, and because this is a milk soap and there will be expansion and all that, that is why, just lost the entire, that spatula just went bye-bye in my throat. But anyway, I'll get it in a minute. That's why I have more than one. Well, actually, I think I'm going to use this. Take that. This. So that's why I use the entire great big bowl to do my scraping and to leave the stick blender in. Because if it decides it wants to expand before I take it down to be washed, then you'll have the bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, and a small cup that I have for catching the lye water and all that in, and that won't be suitable for my purposes today. Now, if you've noticed, I disconnected the stick blender from the handle. That's so when I stick it in here to scrape off, I don't have to worry about, say, my fingers getting caught in there, and oops, I took off my finger, and I took off a thumb. I'm already winded. I get tired very easily these days. Okay, now, this beautiful batch of very, very white soap is soon to go in this load. Give me a second. Leave that there. Hopefully, I didn't move you completely out the way. Okay, now, what I do need to do, though, that's my stable surface. Yeah, there we go. Because I set it right on top of something, which is never a good place if it's the surface you happen to be working on. Yeah. Now, let me just get in a position I can grip it while I pour it. Nice and smooth, yeah. Now, when it's time to slam it, I might actually wait a minute before I do that because this is very, very thick and splashes can happen. And we want goat's milk soap, not goat's milk splash. Oh, well, I happen to have put that right on top of my pH strips. That won't do no good to ruin a whole batch of pH strips by not being careful where I put stuff. Of course, the pH strips don't go there. They're supposed to go over there on my right-hand side where I actually use them. And I'm not real sure how I ended up with them on my left, except for the fact that I'm a throwback left-hander, and I keep forgetting to put things on my right because, you know, have a teacher that spanks your hand every time you use your right hand, your left hand, you tend to avoid using your left hand. Even when you get grown. It's like I seen myself do it and I taught myself. That was back in the day when they didn't let people be who they are, so if somebody was left-handed, it was basically frowned upon. So I played it off, especially after I broke my left wrist, and let them think I was doing everything with my right hand. But basically, I just did everything with my right hand when someone was looking, and did everything with my left hand on the other time. I am still ambidextrous. One of the quirky things that makes me me. I used to say everybody on the planet is left-handed. No, everybody on the planet is right-handed, and some of us overcame the handicap. So some of my friends decided to flip that around on me and say it in reverse. And it's like, oh, foul. But I fully understood how they felt from those little figures of speeches that I had going on when they said that, or flipped it around on me, so I stopped doing that. Nothing in the pack. I scraped the daylight out of this. Okay. Now, there's a little teeny, yeah. And of course there's bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Let me pull that down. This does not have any tape on it. I just kind of folded it the way I folded it, put a headband around it to hold it in, and went from there. Now I need my spray bottle of alcohol, which is hiding from me. Oh well. This is my goat's milk soap. Yogurt, actually. Yogurt and goat's milk in a flat mode. I'll bring you back when it's time to cut it. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Bye.